Hey, Mike Giannotti here, and just a quick overview of how I use Researcher, the Researcher agent in Microsoft 365 Copilot, um, to get work accomplished and do things that I need to do for my customers and to get things done. So um, here you can see I was asked by a customer about creating, they didn't say white paper by name, but they wanted extensive information about Copilot adoption and usage, how to have that happen, how to make sure it's successful. They also wanted to talk, have information around transformation, organizational transformation, and even include some information about agents and agent governance. And so that was a lot, but I was able to come in here. I put that input into uh, Copilot in the researcher agent. I went into the Copilot chat, dropped that in, and then it started to ask some clarifying questions. And I said, use both Microsoft and third-party sources, but only from the internet. Format as a formal white paper. Then went on from there. Of course, now just to quickly emphasize, to use Researcher, you must have a Microsoft 365 Copilot license. That infers you have Microsoft 365, right? So, but you need to have that. But I did want to restrict this to internet facing information. I didn't want to pull any internal info for this particular piece. Then, it asked me some additional clarifying. Finally, I said, go ahead and start with a white paper. Then you can see where it actually started its reasoning, right? Choosing topics, choosing themes, weighing the options, charting the course, spotlighting key insights. And I can actually walk through step by step the deep reasoning aspects of the research agent here. And you can see it was quite extensive. And then finally, it generated the content. And so here you can see it has the different sources because I asked for that. It provides me some visuals as we go through, and pretty extensive. And if I'm just going to quickly scroll down through, try not to get dizzy. And finally, it closes out, right, with some last information. Here we have the sources. And then it gives me the option, once I did so, to edit in pages so I can start to work on editing. So I did select that, selected edit in pages, and it should open that up here any second in pages. I'd already done it previously. It's now just reloading it. There it goes. So now I have this environment that I can edit readily here. I can also share this with colleagues, right? So that we can collaboratively edit it. But then I wanted to take it after I did some edits and I clicked on open in Word, which then invoked and dropped it here. So now I've got this piece all done up in Word, done beautifully, right? For me to pass along to the customer once I get final approval and editing. And then finally, to make it a little easier for them to consume, because we're talking about 47 pages of information here, I then went in here, I opened up Copilot on the side, and I said, generate an audio overview of this document, which
Hey there, and welcome to an overview on how generative artificial intelligence and cloud computing are changing the way businesses transform. Today,
And so I have now a podcast, audio podcast overview of the content that they can casually listen to as well and take with them. So, I mean, rich content. Now, doing the researcher, just to be clear, did this happen instantaneously? No, this took, under 10 minutes, but above 5. So somewhere in between there is how long this took to do all that deep reasoning and then generate that content. But then to put it into pages here to edit, that was another less than a minute. Click, wait for that to generate. Then I was able to go through, do some first edits. I then spat it out into Word, and then it was probably another 2 minutes. So I'd say in total, in less than well under 15 minutes, I now have a Word doc and an audio podcast with in-depth coverage, including resource citing, um, here, basically, I have a white paper written for my customer that I can provide to them and provide them an audio podcast. And I think this is the power of AI, folks, right? Think of what it would have taken in the past to do this, the hours spent doing so, and meaning other things have to get pushed aside. So that's just me. Mike Giannotti, just wanted to quickly share that. I did this today, and I talked about something similar yesterday, but this really stoked me. So hope you found this helpful. Get working with Copilot.